3 Japanese SUVs. Mechanics buy them for their own families. They can rack up 300,000 miles with only oil changes. They are selling for thousands less than they should because nobody knows they exist. Number 3. The Lexus RX 300 from 1999 to 2003. The Lexus badge scares most buyers away. They assume the used price is too high or the maintenance will be too expensive. Neither is true, and as long as buyers keep believing it, the price stays low. A buyer was about to spend $8,500 on a 2004 BMW X5 with 90,000 miles. His mechanic looked at the service history and told him to walk away. The X5 scores 2 out of 5 on reliability. Average annual repair cost is $1,166, nearly 3 times what you would pay on the RX 300. At this mileage, a single coolant failure or a transmission problem can run from $3,000 to $8,000. That repair bill can exceed what you paid for the car. Then he pulled up a 2001 RX 300 with 140,000 miles for $3,800. Same luxury SUV category, Toyota engine underneath. $451 in average annual repairs instead of $1,166. He bought the RX 300. 14 months later, his total repair spend outside of maintenance was $340 on a set of front struts. That's it. The sweet spot is from 1999 to 2003, base or sport trim, with the 3-liter V6. This is a Toyota Camry engine and a Lexus body. Toyota has been refining that V6 since the 1990s. No turbo to fail, no timing belt to replace. It uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. The numbers back it up. Owner satisfaction for this generation runs 4.7 out of 5, with 96% of owners recommending it across hundreds of verified reviews. Clean examples run $2,500 to $5,500. That's a Lexus SUV for less than most people spend on a used economy car. The same 2001 RX 300 sold new for $34,500. The market has forgotten what it's worth. You don't have to. Before you buy, the power steering rack is the main thing to watch. It is a known weak spot on high mileage examples, and it costs $400 to $800 to repair if it is leaking. When you're looking at one of these, cold start it before anything else, and listen for any chain rattle in the first 10 seconds. Then, with the engine warm, turn the steering wheel fully left and right. Any stiffness or whining from the power steering is your signal to negotiate hard or walk away. Check the engine bay for any oil leaks or residue. A clean engine bay on a high-mileage RX 300 tells you more about how it was treated than anything the seller will. Number 2. The Toyota Highlander, 2004 through 2007. Here's what the market gets wrong about the Highlander. Buyers treat it like a budget alternative to a real SUV. Mechanics treat it like one of the most sensible used vehicle purchases available. The difference is that mechanics have seen what happens at 200,000 miles. The Highlander keeps going. The alternatives often do not. A retired couple was about to put a deposit on a 2008 Ford Explorer with 88,000 miles for $11,500. Their mechanic looked at the service history, checked what was coming due, and gave them one clear answer: do not buy it. The cooling system needed attention, and the transmission was showing early signs of wear. At that mileage on that engine, you are budgeting for repairs, not driving. He pulled up a 2006 Highlander V6 with 95,000 miles for $7,200 and told them to buy that instead. They did. 6 years later, they have put 130,000 more miles on it. Total unscheduled repairs were $520, an oxygen sensor, and a battery. The Explorer they almost bought was picked up by a friend 3 months later. He spent $3,800 on it in the first year. The sweet spot is 2004 through 2007, V6 models with the 3.3-liter engine and the 5-speed automatic. IC Cars found the Highlander has a nearly 33% chance of reaching 200,000 miles, more than 3 times the industry average. It also ranks second among all vehicles that owners keep the longest, ahead of the Tacoma, Tundra, and Sienna. Here is what the ownership record looks like. RepairPal scores the Highlander 4 out of 5, ranked 7th out of 26 midsize SUVs. Average annual repair cost is $489 compared to $573 for the midsize SUV class average. Owners average less than one unscheduled repair shop visit per year, the lowest frequency of any vehicle in its class. The 2007 model year has an annual repair cost of $384. Clean 2004 through 2007 examples cost $5,500 to $9,500. Three-row versions that seat 7 sit at the higher end of that range and are still significantly underpriced for what they offer. One thing to know before you commit: the VVTi oil line on V6 models is a known weak spot. It can burst and cause a significant oil leak. Look underneath the car, near the front of the engine, for any oil residue. If it is clean, the line is fine. If it shows any seepage, budget $200 to $400 to get it fixed. On 2004 to 2006 models, some dashboards cracked in hot climates, and Toyota extended the warranty to cover it. Check Toyota's recall portal to confirm the repair was done before you buy. And on three-row versions, fold and unfold the third row yourself. If the mechanism is stiff or will not latch, someone did not maintain it. If this is the kind of straight-talk car advice you have been looking for, subscribe. We find the vehicles worth buying so you do not have to figure it out the hard way. Number 1. The Honda Pilot from 2003 to 2008. Nobody talks about the first-generation Honda Pilot because it is bland, boxy, and easy to overlook. And that is the only reason it is underpriced. A buyer found a 2006 Pilot EX with 118,000 miles for $5,100. His mechanic inspected it and told him straight, "Buy this. These engines are basically indestructible." He has now crossed 214,000 miles. The most expensive repair in 4 years of ownership was a rear wheel bearing for $380. The Pilot seats 8 people. His previous SUV seated 5 and cost him twice as much in repairs. The sweet spot is from 2005 to 2008, X or EXL trim with the 3.5-liter V6 and the 5-speed automatic. Honda's 3.5-liter V6 in this generation has documented examples crossing 250,000 miles with routine maintenance. Avoid 2003 and 2004. They carry a higher rate of owner complaints than the 2005 and later models. The ownership numbers tell the same story. Average annual repair cost for the Pilot is $542, still $110 below the all-vehicle average of $652. Owner satisfaction across this generation runs 4.7 out of 5 on KBB, with 94% of owners recommending it. Honda as a brand ranks first out of 32 manufacturers for reliability on RepairPal. Here's what the market is missing: a 2006 Honda Pilot EX, a 2006 Toyota 4Runner SR5. The 4Runner gets all the attention, the Pilot gets none. The Pilot is cheaper, and it seats 8 people instead of 5. The market hasn't figured that out yet, and that's your opportunity. Clean 2005 through 2008 examples run $4,500 to $8,000. For an 8-seat family hauler with a proven V6 and Honda reliability behind it, that is one of the best dollar-per-mile deals in the used SUV market. When you test drive a Pilot, cold start it and drive immediately. Some early models have a transmission shudder in cold weather that disappears once warmed up. That is exactly when you need to catch it. Once you are moving, find an empty road and do a real stop from 45 miles per hour. Brake pedal vibration means warped rotors, which are common on these, and it is a useful point to negotiate. Before you buy, check the ground where the car sat overnight. Dark staining under the engine bay on a high-mileage Pilot is usually an oil leak, and it is worth knocking money off the asking price. These are the cars that mechanics buy when they have their own money on the line. If this saved you from a bad purchase or pointed you toward one you hadn't considered, subscribe. We find the cars worth buying before the market figures it out.